Okay, it's a full moon tonight, and this is the big 20-year anniversary of my movie Werewolf vs. Dracula, where I play Dracula and Greg Ozziasmak plays the werewolf in his first role, his greatest role ever. Yeah, and I got my Svengoolie shirt on, as you could see, because I watch Svengoolie every Saturday at Svengoolie. And here's some bats, and they're showing Brides of Dracula tonight. And yes, today, this day, 20 years ago, I filmed my movie Werewolf vs. Dracula on a very humid, hot, 92-degree-plus weather day in 3.5 hours, right under the bridge, right by the viaduct, in Des Plaines at River Road and Dempster on the southeast corner, you know, right down there. Not too far from where Lover's Lane used to be. I mean, the place is still there, but they don't park there anymore because, you know, but back like in the 70s and 80s, they used the teen, you know, I'd say, you know, starting in, you know, since like the 50s. I mean, it was Lover's Lane since like the 50s, and I think it lasted till like through the 70s, and then they started cracking down. You know, you can't park out here. You know, they catch the teenagers. They put towels over the windows. Cops would knock on the window, you know, like, don't be parking around here, go home, you know. Yeah, the curfew, you know. But they'd be, you know, doing smooching. That's what my friend calls swap. My friend Evangelist, this friend I know from West Virginia, he says, you're not just smooching, you're swapping worms. You know, because in your the saliva, you know, you're getting the saliva from the other person when you're smooching, you know. And, you know, and then you get germs. And he looked at it under a microscope, this evangelist. His doctor showed him, he says, stick out your tongue. And he took a little Q-tip swab and put it on a slide. He looks at it under a microscope. He said, now look at that. And so the evangelist looks under a telescope and he says, and he sees like a giant like snake and a giant worm and like a hippopotamus, boom, 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 jumping, and elephant, you know, he goes, you know, all kinds of weird things, squiggly things, all kinds of squiggly things. He goes, did that come from my saliva? He says, yeah. So he realized when you're smooching, you're not just kissing, you're swapping worms. You know, when he said that to the congregation at an evangelistic meeting, you know, which I was there back in the 80s, you know, I used to go to, from 80 to 85, I used to listen to him preach during the summer. But anyway, I helped them out during the summer because I was going to be an evangelist. So I went from liking monster movies and stuff, and then I went to boxing, and then I got into evangelism. Then I got more interested in the monster movies, and I got back into boxing when I got out of Bible college. After 5 years, I graduated from a Bible college in Watertown, Wisconsin. I got a BA degree. I'm the only one in my family to get a BA degree, college degree. Yeah. My older late brother Keith got a junior college degree. He got like a 2-year college, but I am the first one to get a 4-year degree of anybody in the Nelson family. Anyway, but you know, then I went back to making monster movies. You know, like late 80s, late 80s. About 3 years later, after Bible, I always liked monsters. I used to watch Elvira on weekends when I was in Milwaukee at my friend's house. When I was helping out at the college, or when I was going to college, on the weekends I'd watch Elvira at my friend's house in Milwaukee. So you know, I still watch monster movies. I watch Son of Svengoolie when I come home from break, from you know spring break, Christmas break. Yeah, I remember watching Curse of the Swamp Creature with John Agar and Zontar, the thing from Venus. You know, John Agar, one of my nicest actor I ever met. Anyway, but anyway, happy 20-year anniversary to Werewolf vs. Dracula. I'm going back in and watch Svengoolie. I'll see you. Gotta have my pizza.